Hi everyone!
Welcome back to MomNMe Beauty. Today we will be doing the dominant hand challenge with my mother, so she can get a perspective on my world and how I do my makeup with only one hand. If you're new, click the subscribe button and the little bell next to it to be notified of all of our new videos.
So this challenge came about, I'm sure you've seen this tag on YouTube with other beauty gurus, but in those challenges they do their entire face with their right hand, or their dominant hand I should say, and for the most part it's not that difficult for them to do. Now I thought of this video not because of those videos that I've seen or those challenges that I've watched. It's because Emma is, because of her accident and spinal cord injury, she's only really able to use her right hand. Now she kind of uses her left hand to hold on to products, but any twisting, blending, applying makeup like that all has to be done with her right hand. She just can't do it with her left. So I really wanted to know a little bit more about what it's like for her to apply makeup on a daily basis. It'll help me when I go to purchase her makeup or even purchase her, tools that she may use throughout her day. It helps me to realize, hey, she is really only one-handed, so I have to make those purchases according to that. So I hope you enjoy this video, and without further ado,
let's get started. Okay, so before my mother does her makeup with one hand only, I'm just going to set down some rules for her, just to give her some guidance throughout this. So whenever I do my makeup, I usually take, whatever I'm using, put it in my opposite hand and just hold it there. But twist the cap open or, do mascara by pulling the wand out. So those are just simple rules for mother to follow for this.
And Emma is going to let me know if I break the rules at any time, aren't you?
Yes.
And one more thing to keep in mind, I will leave a list of all the products that I use down in the description bar below, just so that we save a little time in this dominant hand tag. Okay, so I'm going to start out with some primer. Now I'm going to be doing every step that Emma does in her makeup, and then I have added steps in my makeup routine that I do that Emma doesn't do, but I'm not going to take it easy on myself. I'm going to do everything I do, but still with my dominant hand only.
And this is fun because I normally don't get to watch her doing makeup, and now I can just stare at her the whole time.
Alright, moving on to foundation, and I mix some illuminating drops in it as well, so this will be interesting. Way too much foundation. So I've become somewhat ambidextrous in terms of being able to use my left hand on my left side of my face to blend my foundation in and put concealer on. And so this is oddly enough going to be a little bit different for me. Oh, I already broke the rule. You were supposed to catch me. All right, I gotta put my left hand down. So anyways, so this is gonna be a little bit odd to me because like I said, I am able to use my left hand on the left side of my face when I'm doing my makeup.
And something that I learned with doing my makeup is, for me, when I do foundation and concealer, it's easier to use an oval brush versus a sponge or just a regular flat brush. So that is a tip if you only are able to use one hand. And another tip is, if you don't want to use hair clips to keep your hair back, just try to tuck it behind your ear as much as you can.
Alright, next I'm moving on to color corrector before I do my concealer. If any of you watching this, do this tag, you do this challenge, it probably won't be that much of a challenge to you because I don't know of many other people who are ambidextrous and can use both hands. You really just use your dominant hand to do your makeup. So I still challenge you to try this because you'll be surprised the times that, you go to use both hands and you just don't think about it. So I challenge everyone to try this. And now concealer. Okay, time to set my makeup. So far, the count for me breaking the rules is only once, right? Alright, moving on to eyebrows.
One tip with eyebrows that I do want to share is whenever you're using a brow pomade, you have to be very careful with your strokes. Now what that means is you have to do like very light strokes at a time to make sure it's not too dark. Otherwise you could have really dark eyebrows in a split second. And another tip for eyebrows is to go slower than normal people would, because you know, with me, I don't have that much strength in even my right arm, and with me I try to go very, very slow to make sure I don't, you know, make it go anywhere else it shouldn't be going.
So doing my right eyebrow is really not that difficult, but doing my left, especially over here on the tail, that's difficult. This is a time that I would normally use my left hand.
And another tip I want to share with you with just holding your brush is to hold it a slightly bit different. So normally when you hold your eyebrow pencil, you would hold it like this to fill in your eyebrows. But when I do my other side, I usually hold it like this and then fill it in.
Alright, what do you think? They look pretty even?
Another thing with this challenge is we have to go do some errands right after this. So let's hope my mom does a good job.
Yeah, because I will be wearing this outside of the house. Okay, next up is eyeshadow primer. Okay, and now I'm going to apply my Milk makeup stick. I'm sorry, my NYX. Okay, so now I'm going to apply my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. I'm going to apply this over top of my eyeshadow primer only because I find it really helps with the vibrancy of my eyeshadows, and it also acts as like a second primer. Okay, next up is eyeshadow, and this I already can tell you is going to be tricky because I always blend and apply with my left hand. So this is going to be probably the most difficult part of this whole thing. Whew, my right arm's getting a little tired. I will say it is quite difficult to make my eyes look even just using this one hand.
And also when I do my eyeshadow, especially for school, I do the simplest eye look you can imagine, but it's still hard to make it even because I'm using one hand. So it always feels like there's an imbalance between my crease color because I'm using one hand.
I don't think it looks too bad.
It actually looks pretty good.
Okay, and so at this point, I usually do a first spray of setting spray, so I'll do that now. I just feel like it gives me more life back into my face, and it doesn't make, kind of loosens up the powders a little bit, helps them to melt in my skin a little bit more, and make it look like I don't have powder all over my face.
And for me with setting spray, I can't just do normal people do, which is just like this. I can't do that. With this setting spray, I have to go down like this and then spray my face, which is so not fun, but that's what I have to do because I don't have that much strength in my pointer finger.
Okay, now I'm going to do eyeliner. And, I thought the eyeshadow was going to be the trickiest part of this, but now I'm starting to think that this is what's going to be the trickiest. So you might see all different kinds of angles that I have on this pen. Not doing a winged eyeliner today, that much I'll tell you. We are moving on to eyelashes. I'm gonna curl my eyelashes and then do a couple coats of mascara. This is another one of those things that I've become ambidextrous with. I definitely put mascara on my left eyelashes with my left hand. Okay, one coat down, another coat to go. This feels so dangerous. I'm so scared I'm gonna poke my eye out. Success! I did it without any smudges. Next, we are going to move on to bronzer. If I can get through this with only one mistake,
This is the struggle I go through every day with contouring. Now, I don't do a major contour like most people do. I just do a light, like this and like this with my bronzer and be done. So
it's hard to see in the mirror and get the angle of the brush okay. It's just so awkward when you're used to using both hands. But this is what you gotta go through every day, so. Okay, moving on to highlight. And last up is blush. Well, not last up, because we still gotta do the lips. Look at her, she's watching me like a hawk, making sure I do not use my left hand inappropriately.
This is the only time I get to do this, so.
Okay, 2 more steps. I've got my lip color. And finally, my setting spray. And I have completed the dominant arm or dominant hand challenge. What do you think,
You actually did a pretty good job.
I have to say that I struggled quite a bit, especially with the eyeshadow. Eyeliner I thought was going to be tricky, but it ended up being not so bad. Definitely my contour, my blush, and my highlighter, those were a little bit more difficult just because there was no good angle to turn my face, see in the mirror, and then also be able to use the brushes at a good angle. It was just completely awkward. Those are all things that I do with my left hand on normal days. Well, I really enjoy doing this challenge with Emma. It really gives me a perspective on what it's like for her and in her world, and I don't know, makes me feel like we're a little bit closer. Thank you so much for joining us today. Make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it and you enjoyed it and you would like to see more challenge videos from us. Make sure you connect with us on Instagram under MomNMe Beauty and with Emma under Emma_N_2004. Leave a comment in the box below and let us know, are you going to try this challenge? You don't have to videotape it or post it to YouTube, but let us know if this is something that you would like to try and help get you a different perspective on how other people view and see the world. If you're new here, consider subscribing. We post 2 beauty videos a week. On Mondays is Mom and Me Day, and on Thursdays is either Teen Take with Emma or Mom Moment with me. Make sure if you want to subscribe that you hit that subscribe button down below and the little bell that is right next to it so you're notified every time we upload a new video. Thank you again so much for watching. We very, very much appreciate it. And we will see you all in our next Mom and Me video. Bye everyone!